When your horse's behavior becomes too dangerous for you to handle, when you feel all hope is lost and there's nowhere else to turn for help, you can turn to Ryan Gingerich, the behaviorist. His knowledge and understanding bring hope where there is none.
He's afraid of everything, and he gets over hypersensitive to everything, especially when you're on top of him. He freaks, he bolts, he'll rear up when he gets scared, really scared. In like a matter of seconds, he's 360 the other way. And if you have good balance, you'll stay on him. If not, like normally I'm on my butt.
Frank is an LAPD officer. He works in an area heavily infested with gangs, and Spirit is his stress relief. But lately, Spirit has been causing him more stress than his job.
Ryan's my last chance with this horse. I'm not lying. He's my last chance.
Always up for a challenge, Ryan decides to make the trip to Norco, where he will help Frank, a first-time horse owner, and Spirit, an untrained gelding. Right off the top, Ryan notices some basic training problems. Frank round pens his horse, chasing him in circles. He also uses a rope halter, which is designed to cause pain at pressure points on the horse's face, instead of a nylon or leather halter. Frank's cues are inconsistent and confusing to Spirit. When Ryan starts his evaluation, he sees that the stop and backing cues cause Spirit to nibble and bite. After days working with Spirit and teaching Frank the groundwork, it's time to get in the saddle. He continues Spirit's training until Ryan thinks he's finally ready to put Frank back in the saddle.
Well, I'm here again with Frank and Spirit. So Frank, we've done a lot of work with Spirit over the last few days. We've done our groundwork, done our riding under saddle work. Now it's time to get you in the saddle.
Okay.
All right, teach you the cues and teach you how to work your horse and all that kind of stuff after I leave. So one of the big things he stopped doing is biting. You know? What he's doing now, just kind of putting his mouth on me and just being a little lippy.
Playful.
Yeah, just kind of being affectionate towards me a little bit. All right. So that's perfectly fine. So I want to teach you how to get on your horse first and foremost. All right. So before we start, once we get you on the horse, I'm gonna keep you with a lead rope.
Okay.
All right, so that I can keep control of the situation in case something goes wrong. But when you're getting on your horse, especially a bucking horse, all right, what you want to not ever do, okay, is just go ahead and grab a hold of the stirrup and the saddle horn.
Okay.
Put yourself back here in this position, all right, and try to climb up like this, okay? Because you got no control of the horse whatsoever.
Okay.
All right, and you're really in a bad position for him to go ahead and just jump forward and plant one in you if you wanted to, all right? Kick you good. So the way I normally do it, whether this is right or wrong, that's the way I do it.
Okay.
Okay, is I'm gonna go ahead and take the inside rein, all right, and put it up a little bit so I have a little bit more control of the horse's inside shoulder here, all right? I'm gonna turn my back to his head, okay? I'm gonna turn the stirrup towards me.
Okay.
All right, stirrup towards me, put my foot in, and then I'll go up and over the shoulder of the horse, kind of over the center line of the horse's body here, all right? The other thing that you want to do too is make sure you square up the horse before you get on.
Okay.
All right, once you get it up in that position, go ahead and slide yourself into the saddle and do it all at once in one fluid motion, obviously.
Okay.
Okay, once you're up here, just relax. Take a second, relax, collect yourself, and then say, all right, now let's go forward.
Okay.
Okay? And again, the way we're going to teach the horse to go forward, or tell the horse to go forward, is by using spot one. All right?
Okay.
And spot one's always going to be here at the girth line. All right? Either side.
Okay.
So if I'm ever going to the left with the horse, I'm going to use my left leg and say, go forward. He's going to take a couple of steps, and then I'm going to say, now go to the left.
Okay.
All right? Same thing with the right. Go forward a couple steps and go to the right.
Okay.
Okay, with spot one. When we're asking the horse to stop, all right, we're going to be using our reins. All right. The main thing I want you to remember up here too is you cannot use your reins and your legs at the same time. Okay?
Okay.
Those are opposing cues. All
Okay.
right. Now you can use your inside rein and your outside leg at the same time, but you cannot use your inside rein and your inside leg at the same time.
Okay.
That's a no-no.
Two sides, no deal.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
Same side, rein and leg is not going to work.
Okay.
Okay. It's just going to confuse the horse because again, that's an opposing cue. All right. This says to stop. This says to go, and he can't go and stop at the same time.
Okay.
All right. So we have to differentiate and have what I call exclusivity with our cues. Okay. This is always going to mean to go, and these are always going to mean to stop. And that's the only really two cues you're ever going to have to remember.
Okay.
All right. Now there's other cues I'm going to teach you here in just a second, and we're going to get you on your horse. So why don't you go ahead and jump on him real quick,
Okay.
and we'll get going there. And the other thing, when you're getting down, you know, I always get down and just kind of back away from the horse at that point. All right, get back up here to the head of the horse where I have control of the horse's feet and everything else there. I don't get down here and walk over this way because again, it's putting you in a bad position to get kicked.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and jump
It's
up
night
there.
and day. He's not moving at all. What do you do when he actually does move? When you're trying to saddle him?
Well, I'll tell you what. When you're saddling him,
When you're trying to get on top of him?
when you try and get on him, if he's moving forwards, you can do two things. You can take the inside rein, okay, and add a little pressure to that and say, hey, stop your foot there.
Okay.
Or better is you can take, if he's always moving away, and people have this kind of problem all the time, go for it. Go for it. Good boy. All right. So if he's moving forward, I'm going to pick up this outside rein, okay, and basically make sure that he's not going to be able to move forward when I get up on the saddle.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. So I'll grab a hold here, add a little pressure, say don't go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Now get in the saddle.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now the thing you don't want to do, as soon as you get in the saddle, you don't want him to let him walk off.
Okay.
If he starts walking off, then immediately pick up the reins and tell him to stop, and we'll continue doing that process until he stands still, and then I'll ask him to walk forward.
Okay.
But so we're gonna get you in the saddle next, but we gotta take a break. So you guys
good.
stick around. So we come back from break. We're gonna continue on with spirits rehabilitation. You guys stick around.